Ooh, look at this. Very official. Lights and a desk and everything. I feel like a news reporter. Hello, welcome to the news. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or evening, depending on where you are. My name is Adam Swords, and welcome to the news. Ding, 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 ding. News with Adam. Ding, 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 ding. Just kidding, not the news. It is in fact just a cool setup so that I can talk to you guys about why I quit YouTube. But before we get into that, I want to open this on camera because it was sent to me by the lovely people at BFGoodrich, and I opened it, saw that it had BFGoodrich paper, and then didn't want to look inside. I wanted to wait until I got the opportunity to open it on camera so you guys can experience this with me. So we've got a nice little note, says, "Thank you for being an integral part of the BFGoodrich family. We appreciate your support of the brand throughout the year and are looking forward to your continued success." Oh, thanks guys. I like the wrapping paper too, look at that. I'm gonna bring this down here and then I will pull things up like a magician from a hat. Speaking of hats, look at that. A little BFG first place one. Well, that's quite nice actually. I'm not really a coloured hat person. I have a lot of hats that I just sort of dot around the place, but I only seem to wear this one melon one, which is getting a bit, I need to wash it. But anyway, that's very nice. So we've got a nice little BFG first place hat. What else? Some paper. Oh, no way! So I don't know if you guys know, but I've worked with Race Service for a long time. They are an amazing automotive marketing agency slash experiential space. Like they're just unbelievably talented guys, whether that's the photographers, whether that's Nico, Ornamental Conifer, their creative director, he's an amazing artist, whether it's James, who's like very much into the fashion side of things. There's a lot of stuff going on over at Race Service, so if you haven't seen them, then go check them out. But they just did a collection, I guess you would call it. Oh my God, this is so sick. So I have one of their in fact, let me go and get it. I'll show you what I mean. Stand by. This is so sick. All right, so I have this hoodie from Race Service, which I got years ago. I'm talking probably 5 years ago. And it was basically like a one-off thing they did. They put like a bunch of sponsors on it. This thing has been worn into the ground. So this rip is supposed to be here because it's fashionable. It's definitely seen better days. The screen printing now is starting to crack, but I like it. Kind of gives it that patina. So I've had this hoodie for forever and I love it. And every time I wear it, people are like, oh my God, where did you get that from? And so this is from Race Services, one of their very first collections. And this I saw on their Instagram, but this is one that they did with BFG. So you've got the Race Service embroidery on the front. They do this cool like inside out thing. So the hoodie is actually, I don't know if it genuinely is inside out and they print it on the other side. No, it's just made to look like that. But anyway, I'm very excited. I had no idea that was what was going to be in here. And then on the back, we've got BFG for BFGoodrich, and then we've got Goodrich at the bottom. So that's so cool. I love that. Well, BFG, thank you so much, and Race Service, thank you guys so much. It's been too long since I've been over there. I need to get back. They do a really cool thing every Wednesday called Rise and Shine, where it's just basically like coffee, a bunch of cars. I think it's from like 8 or 9 till 11. Really, really good fun. So I definitely do need to get back over for that, and I will wear my new hoodie. Alrighty, so as you've probably noticed, I haven't posted in a couple of weeks, and the reason for that is because I've just been a very busy boy, and it's been Christmas, and my mum came to visit, and I just thought, do you know what? I'm not gonna stress myself out with trying to crank out videos once a week during this time. I'm gonna relax for a little bit. I've got a ton of stuff coming up, so I just decided that I wanted to take a couple of weeks off and quit YouTube. No, it isn't forever, don't worry. It was just for the little Christmas period so I could take some time. Now, did I not go and film epic adventures? Absolutely not, no. I was very busy and did a lot of stuff leading up to Christmas. So I actually only got like 3 days over the Christmas period where I could just chill at the house and do nothing. And then the rest of the time I was up and out doing stuff. Some I filmed, some I didn't, but it was just a very nice time. And the thing is, I've had people ask me in the comments, if you didn't do this for a living, like if my job wasn't making YouTube videos of going on these adventures and sharing it with you guys, would I still do it? And the answer is absolutely yes. And I do still do these things. Anyway, let me show you what I've been up to over the last few weeks. Like I said, first of all, my mum came into town and we had a great time. I actually took her out to the river. We went out to Havasu because she had never been before. We've done all of the coastal stuff together and we've done some stuff in the desert, but I've never taken her out to the river. So I went there there for 3 or 4 days with her and we had an amazing time. We rode the seadoos. Diesel actually went on the seadoo for the first time and he did so well. So I'm very excited about this year taking him on more seadoo sends. We also went out to the desert and we did some shooting. She's never shot an AR before, and so I taught her how to do that. And oh my goodness, she is a sniper. If I ever have to build a zombie apocalypse team, she is going to be my sharpshooter because she hit every shot at about 75 to 100 yards, no problem. And that was just with a magnified red dot. So she was here for 2 weeks, which was amazing. And then once she went home, I got invited out to go to the King of the Hammers Media Day, which was a really exciting experience where, if you remember from last year when I went to King of the Hammers for the first time, I didn't really know much about it other than it was just this crazy Mad Max event out in the desert where people basically drive vehicles over things that it doesn't look like they should be able to. And so I got invited by Khan Media to go out and actually do the proper media day, which allowed us to go in some of the vehicles that are going to be running the course in February when the actual race is, and then also just go and check out the area where they do it, learn a bit more about the event. And it was so much fun, and it got me so excited for the fact that King of the Hammers is only a couple of months away. It's going to be the end of no, not even a couple of months, a couple of weeks. Oh my goodness, time is going so fast. So it is the end of January. I will be going out there for the last weekend, so that is the beginning of February. So if you're out there, keep your eyes peeled, give me a wave if you see me, but that should be a lot of fun. And if any of the vehicles that I got to ride in are anything to go by, it's going to be even more wild this year than it was last year. Look at that. If that isn't a product photo, what is? Right? If you're scared of heights, maybe look away now. What I love so much about that event is the fact that it literally came about because it was a bunch of guys that liked racing in the desert. So Dave, who's the founder of the company, used to go out there and four-wheel with his friends all the time. And then they started to race and it started to get a bit more competitive, and it just grew and grew and grew. And the best thing about it is that it's pretty much the only sanctioned, organized race, motorsports race that I know of that still has the freedom of an independently organized thing. So, you know, yes, obviously there's health and safety and they take very good care of the drivers and make sure that everybody's as safe as they can be doing what they're doing. But it's not like a bunch of red tape. So if you want to go and watch the event and you want to go and climb up the rocks and go and check it out from a high vantage point, you can do that. It's BLM land. You can go wherever you want. At night, when the races are all finished and all the professional drivers are back in their trailers getting their beauty sleep, the fans are then allowed to go and take their vehicles out and go and drive the course. And it is just mad. The amount of people that are out, there's people crawling jeeps over just wild, absolutely insane. And I cannot wait to go back this year. And this year I'm doing it even bigger and better than before. So I'm actually partnering up with Lance Campers, and I'm getting a little, shall I tell you that or shall I make you wait? No, I'll make you wait for that. But I am partnering with Lance Campers, so I will be out there in a bougie truck camper with slide outs and everything. So we're gonna set up a camp, and then that's gonna be our like little home base. And then I've got a cool vehicle that I'm gonna be using to get around from home base and then out to all of the obstacles and different places. So I can't wait. I've got a load of stuff in between then as well, but that is gonna be so much fun. So stay tuned for that episode. Then as I was saying, I didn't take it easy in my time off, and I actually went back out to Lake Powell to go and ride the lake with Up Lake Adventures. Again, if you've watched the channel for a while, you might remember that last year I went and did the winter solstice ride where we took off from Wildweek Marina in the south and we went all the way north. We rode about, total it was about 170, 180 miles. We got as far up as we could get before there was ice on the top of the lake, yes, ice. And then we found somewhere to camp, stayed overnight, and then rode back in the morning. It was absolutely unbelievable. I'd only just got my Explorer. I think I got it in the September. This was in the December, so it was basically brand new to me. And that was the thing that really ignited my passion of exploring these huge bodies of water and getting out to remote places and just seeing where the Explorer would allow me to explore. Talking of Explorer and adventures, just want to let you know that the adventure shirts will be going on sale very soon. So we have these awesome UV shirts. You can use them for anything. I use them when I'm riding the Sea-Doo. I'm just wearing it today around the house. Super comfy, very lightweight. They dry really quickly. They give you full UV protection so you can be out in the sun all day and don't have to worry about burning. It doesn't matter if you're out riding Sea-Doos, if you're playing golf, if you're fishing. You could even wear this in the pool in the summer so you don't get burnt and get it wet, and literally within 10 minutes under the sun you'd be bone dry. So just a really good versatile shirt, very well made. I've been testing this out for the last few months to make sure that it is going to stand up to the test of time, and it really is. So they will be going on sale very soon, so stay tuned to my Instagram and to this YouTube channel to find out when they will be available for purchase. But I hope you snag one because I'm really pleased with them, and it would be sweet to see you guys repping the everyday adventure. Well, I know for you it should be like everyday adventure, but it looks right this way, like when you're wearing it. Where was I? Oh yeah, so Lake Powell. I went out there and I did the winter solstice ride. This year we didn't do an overnight camp, we just rode out and back, but we did explore a new part of the lake that I'd never been to before, and I got to ride a ton of epic slot canyons. One of them in particular was out of this world. So that episode will be coming out soon. It's a full banger episode and you are gonna absolutely love it. So I got back from that trip and literally 2-3 days later was Christmas, and so me and Diesel hung out, had a couple of days just to relax around the house, and then I headed back out to the river. This time I went back out to Havasu, again, just to spend 3 or 4 days hanging out, enjoying myself. Went out into the desert a little bit, rode the Sea-Doo, and again, Diesel got on the Sea-Doo, this time with his new goggles, which he looks so good in. I mean, he definitely wasn't too sure about them in the beginning, but oh my God, he looks so good. And every time we went by another boat, people were like, is that dog wearing goggles? And I'm like, yes, they're goggles. They have like a mirrored lens, and he kind of looks like a Special Forces dog, apart from he's got like a bit of a special attitude when he's wearing them. So he's not quite as ferocious as a Special Forces dog. He's a little bit derpy, but they really help when he's riding. They keep the spray and the wind out of his eyes. And I think the more he wears them, the more he's gonna get used to them and love them. So really stoked that he is now comfortable on the Sea-Doo. And I mean, we rode probably 18, 20 miles upriver when I got some lunch, and then rode back, and he just sat in the footwell next to me and he's like looking out, sniffing and trying to drink water. It makes me so happy to be able to take him on adventures like that. And that brings us up to right now. I got back from that trip on New Year's Eve, and I was actually in bed asleep by 11 o'clock on New Year's Eve. And that is by design. Yes, I was tired from all of the adventuring and stuff that I've been doing, but I also set myself a little like unofficial New Year's resolution about 3 or 4 years ago, where I wanted to wake up on New Year's Day, on the 1st of January, feeling good, feeling fresh. And so that's why I did it, because I love going out, don't get me wrong, it's a great time, I love New Year's Eve, but having that first day of the new year where you just feel like, oh, awful. There's just something in my head, like my mild, undiagnosed OCD, where I just like that first day of the year to be productive and good. And it's kind of like when I get a new notebook and that first page, my handwriting has to be perfect. After that, it can, get worse. But that first page, there's just something about it where, am I mad? Do you guys have this as well, or is this just me? Am I crazy? I like to have that nice first page of handwriting, so when I open it, I'm like, oh yeah, look at the good intentions for the rest of this notebook. That's kind of how I look at my year. I haven't drank yet this year. I'm doing like a sort of a dry January, but I do have a podcast coming up very soon where I will be testing beers. So not my podcast, which is coming back, by the way. Like I said, there is so much going on in 2024 to be able to tell you about all in one go. But stick with me, stay subscribed. If you aren't subscribed, please do subscribe, because I want to see how many we can get this year. We had a really good, solid end to 2023, and I want to keep that momentum going and make it even bigger and even better in 24. So for those of you that have been here for a while, I appreciate your support more than you could ever know, more than I could ever put into words. For you guys that are new, welcome. I hope you enjoy hanging about, and yeah, get involved in the comments. Talk to each other, talk to me. I try to read every single comment, and I just love the fact that I'm seeing all of you guys getting out there, finding your everyday adventure, and yeah, just living your best life, because that's what it's about. We've only got a very short amount of time on this planet, and so we've got to make it count. So let's make 2024 an absolute banger, and yeah, I don't think I've got anything else to add. So without further ado, if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe, because I would love to see you here again. Like this video, comment, share, do all of the things that the algorithm likes. If you don't follow me on Instagram, make sure you do, because that's where I will be announcing a few cool things this year. We've got some sea-doo trips coming up and all kinds of different things. So just make sure you have all the bells and whistles and everything turned on, and you won't miss out. Anyway, guys, that is it for me. I'm gonna go take Diesel for a walk because he's been very patient. And until next time, remember, don't do anything I wouldn't do. See ya. Oh my God, that's long. There we go, I think. Is that blacked out? Yeah.